This is Paul Knudsen of Denmon, Pearlman. I'm the managing family law attorney. I want to take a few minutes to talk about why it might be a good time to actually file for your divorce if you're worried about having to pay alimony. We're all in this uncertain time, obviously, and a lot of people's jobs are at stake. A lot of people have already lost their jobs. If you're traditionally a high income earner, and you have either a stay-at-home spouse or a spouse that makes less money than you, then obviously you're concerned. If you go in, pull the trigger, file for the divorce now, you may be paying out a substantial sum of money, and money that you're worried you may not have in the future as far as income. Now, I think that might be the wrong way of looking at things right now. Here's why. At trial, the court is going to be bound to order alimony by the party's then current economic circumstances. So even though you file the divorce right now and you have your job and you're making the same amount of money you've traditionally made, but you're hearing rumblings you may be losing this job, there may be mass layoffs at your company, it may be the perfect time to file for the divorce, because it's going to put that alimony claim in great danger from the other side. You may inevitably feel this downward income swing if you lose your job or have to take a pay cut. So even if you haven't had that yet, if you're hearing rumblings or you're just concerned because of what's going on economically throughout the entire world, and you file now, you're going to be dealing with negotiations during a time of total uncertainty, which I would suggest you're in a power position as it relates to that, as the payor spouse. Additionally, if you do ultimately lose your job, then the court's going to have to apply your then income at trial. Of course, if you're getting job offers, or you're not applying to other jobs and you're what's called voluntarily underemployed or unemployed, the court can impute you at income. However, as long as you have been making good faith efforts to try to find employment and you were let go as part of a mass round of layoffs or just because your company was restructuring given everything that's happening, you're going to be in a really strong position for the court to use your then income. And by then income, I mean your income at the date of trial. And this is why I think it might be a perfect time for the people that are making a substantial sum of money to go ahead and file for divorce, especially those in corporate America. Let's look at an example. Now, let's say you have a 20-year marriage and your needy spouse, and again, I'm putting here that that's a technical term. It's not one used in a derogatory way. Let's say your needy spouse is operating at a $5,000 per month deficit, thereby setting their need at that number. And let's say you're operating at a $5,000 per month surplus. Well, we look at need, we look at ability, boom, we're looking at probably $5,000 per month of alimony being paid. Now, this is a long-term marriage, so it's entirely possible we're talking about a permanent alimony award. Now, let's say you file for divorce with the above facts and you go to trial after having lost your job. You're obviously no longer going to have that $5,000 surplus. Rather, you're going to be operating at a deficit yourself. Therefore, it's inappropriate for the court to award anywhere near that $5,000 per month. As a matter of fact, I would argue if you're operating at a deficit from your side, that it's inappropriate for the court to award anything other than a nominal alimony award, which is traditionally $1 per month, which the court just orders to retain jurisdiction if the economic circumstances improve. So I really think this is a strong time for people that are high income earners or at risk to pay alimony to file for divorce and start moving forward, because we're on shaky economic grounds and shaky economic times. And frankly, that may very well help you in negotiations and ultimately trial. Now, again, my name is Paul Knudsen. I'm the managing family law attorney at Denmon, Pearlman. We're a St. Pete-based law firm, and we represent everyone in the Tampa Bay area. If you have any questions, my direct line is 727-873-0108, and my email is paul@denmonlaw.com. Thank you very much.